Content theft can be a pricey mistake. Too many website programmers provide fast results while not building your brand and maybe a future legal challenge. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of online marketing with an objective to grow your business with more quality leads, emphasizing more quality. We do this with a hybrid of education, giving you a strategy, and then supporting you through the implementation. And before we continue, we want to remind viewers here that when you're paying attention to this weekly podcast, that they are first loaded on the My Online Toolbox Facebook page as well as the My Online Toolbox YouTube channel. So like us on the Facebook page, subscribe to us on the YouTube channel to get alerts if you're not going through those channels at the moment. Last week, we were talking about easy tips to plan for 2023 and 2024 pertaining to Google Analytics, and the previous 2 weeks, which seemed to be popular posts, were first helping people when you don't have a website on the first steps to creating a website marketing machine, and then for those of you who do have a website, simple ideas to update your contracting website regardless of how busy you are. Please go back to those previous weeks to catch up on those popular episodes. But this week we are moving into content theft. It's a big deal, a big problem, and so many contractors, let alone the programming companies that support contractors, do this because most contractors don't like to wait to do it correctly. So what we want to do is introduce you to a problem where website programmers are simply providing too fast results, but you are not building your brand, and the legal challenge is where, first, if you're approaching a website company who claims that they could build a website in some ridiculous short time, say 30 days, you have to realize, what is the plan? My Online Toolbox can't even make a plan within 30 days. The reason is we have other existing clients that we strategically work with on a 1 to 5 year plan. So if somebody calls us up and says, hey, can you help us build a website? Hey, it's the end of the year. We need to do this within the next month or two. The answer is no, at least to do it correctly. Because we have to ask you, what about your branding? It's impossible for you, the contractor, to organize yourself quick enough in 30 days, let alone 60 or 90 days, to do it properly. And then you have to ask yourself about the evolving threat of a potential liability. And when you're copying images of other companies to build your marketing, is the programmer going to stick behind you when the lawsuit comes to your front door because the website is yours? It's not the programmer's. Will the programmer be around to support you, defend you, and even pay the bills? Who knows? We could bet we know the answer. But moving forward, let's stay focused on the productive side of the topic, which is here we're showing you an image from a client, and what we're going to do is jump over to his website. The company name is Gear Remodeling. Website is hotspringsremodelers.com. For those of you new to our broadcasts here, we, unlike many other people who like to do their weekly or monthly podcasts or whatever shows they're doing, who just keep talking and talking endlessly, we're always showing facts. So that makes us different, where when we're bringing up topics, we're not just talking to talk. We like to show real examples so you could learn from those real examples and embrace them yourself. But in this particular case, this company name is Gear Remodeling. Website, hotspringremodelers.com. You land on the web page, a beautiful kitchen, but what we want to do is give you a little trick slash tactic. Instead of you with the comfortability of using your left mouse key, use your right mouse key. And you're going to see a whole bunch of text stuff coming up. And one of the options will be search images with Google Lens. And when you do that, you will see that there's another little pop-up that shows up, and you're allowed to take any image and click around on all of the different points that you want to use. In this case, we're using the default that showed up to make this simple, and we're just using it to say, hey, Google, when you see this image, where did it come from? And the first place it found, not the only, but the first place is Gear Remodeling's Facebook page. And that is a quick tactic to know who the originator of the particular image is. So now we're just going to go to another client here on Golden Pond. We were just thinking about them, talking to one of their consultants, and so because of that, what we're doing is showing we're at their homepage, and we scroll down a little bit, and they do ponds and fountains, both residential and commercial. So we're going to take that first image on the left-hand side, do the same thing, right mouse click, bring us to the Google Lens, and here we go. We're going to make this even simpler. taking the 4 default points that are coming up by Google Lens, and by doing so, we see here that Google sees that that image is originating initially from the home page. This is an abbreviated version of what you would see, but to get the point is how fast this is going with the free tools. So what you need to ask yourself, when your programmers are borrowing slash stealing other people's content to create your website, there is no way that it's building your brand. But more importantly, because you're going so quick in the beginning, you have to realize that your strategy, your 1 to 5 year strategy, is basically being dissipated immediately because you never planned in the first place with the foundation of your marketing. So your long-term strategies is mostly going to be just throwing darts against the wall, see what sticks, what works, and then try again. But you are definitely not branding yourself for the future. And that is a key component to being able to express what makes you different than your competitors. There's not a contractor here, it doesn't matter what you do, we're going to get to that in a moment, who can't take out their camera correctly and take images of what you've done, take before, during, and after images, and then after that comes this, and we minimize it, these three lines that are going through here. The branding is completely struck out when you steal other people's images. The planning, you may be able to catch up, but the potential liability, we just don't know what's going to happen. But this market of copyright infringement is evolving, and you could bet there's going to be some bigger company seeing that you're stealing their images to build upon your brand and your business, and you could bet when you're successful, someone's going to come knocking on your door to ask for a check. Wonder what's going to happen with your programmers to stick by you when they built the website. They'll probably blame you and say you forced them to do the website because you needed it in 30 days, you wanted to go fast, you wanted to go cheap, but the reality is you weren't doing it correctly, so you have to take responsibility when you're using other people's images to grow your company. Case in point, My Online Toolbox has an Instagram channel. You should go check it out. Why? Because we feature endlessly project after project after project of our clients doing real brand marketing, real SEO marketing, and it's all theirs. Nobody's worrying about any content being copied from other people. That's how you grow your business with more quality leads, with true branding, true SEO, and making it be unique where it's nobody else's work but yours. This is My Online Toolbox reminding you we're here to support you with all of your online marketing objectives to grow your business with more quality leads. And remember, content theft could be a pricey mistake where, at a minimum, your branding is not being built and you might possibly be setting yourself up to a future legal challenge. Keep that in mind. Remember to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.